between Chicago and Milwaukee in Gurnee, Illinois at Six Flags Amusement Park for our continuing coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout. Up now, match number 8, pitting the 2 and 3 Voss's Bosses versus Roth's Raiders, who sit at 2 and 2. Bob Stone, Randy Peterson here with you, and this now our Project Runway match. We have those designers giddy with fabric delight right now. Some do's and don'ts from the fashion runway lanes, if you will. We begin with Rhino Page, the Mai Tai shorts. Your thoughts?
Only if you're at the beach.
Pete Weber showing some leg.
Still looking for the chicken he stole them from.
Danny Wiseman and the electric shirt or whatever.
Only good if you like pajamas.
All right. Norm Duke and the Madras shorts.
Norm Duke, Fashion Central.
Absolutely. And of course, Mike Scroggins and his various collection of braces.
It's like a MASH unit.
Delightful.
Well done, Robert.
Loved it, hated it. Rhino Page rolling the first frame for Roth's Raiders. Heavy on the left side of the lane. And here's Voss's Bosses. We go downstairs. Deandra Asbeatty with Danny Wiseman.
Danny, we all know about your need for speed. Have you had a chance to ride any of the roller coasters here at Six Flags?
Actually, my girlfriend and I did last night. We got on Batman and Superman. The Superman ride, that thing pulled about like 4 G's in the loop there, and it just about threw me in the back of the seat. It was pretty cool.
Sounds exciting. Good luck this match.
Thank you. Thanks.
Dropping a couple G's on us. I like that.
Right now, looking to get his team in the winner's circle to win some G's.
Nice transition, Money. You're good. Mike Scroggins, the lone southpaw for Voss's Bosses. Sitting out this match for Voss's Bosses, Norm Duke, Mike Wolf on the pine for Roth's Raiders. Good start, Scroggy.
Hit him thin and watch him spin, baby.
Early scan.
5 tour title wins for Mike Scroggins. Here's Rhino Page.
Heavy on the southpaw flavor.
That's right.
Is Team Roth. Southpaws in the first, second, and third hole.
Page, Bone, and Allen.
White 5-0.
And how about Patrick Allen with the reference to Rhino Page's shorts?
Yeah.
Hawaii 5-0.
While his teammates bowling.
Yeah, love it. Right here, this ball comes in a little light, and Rhino Page faced with pretty stout split conversion. He'll try to get the bowling ball to the right side of the 3-pin, throw it over into the 7.
3-6, 7, 3-6, and 7.
Nicely done.
Wonderful pickup.
Work out that kid.
Got to get skin for that. Some skin cash.
That's right. Up next will be Danny Wiseman for Voss's Bosses. Deandra, the Team USA member, talking with him before we hit the lanes. And he drops them all. Second straight strike for Voss's Bosses, and this is the oil pattern that these pros will be rolling on today, the Scorpion oil pattern.
41 feet in length. No scorpions were harmed in the making of this oil pattern. The big hook guys will be in way deep in the middle part of the lane using that oil. Our southpaws will be piping it up first arrow. Rob?
I enjoy the Scorpion music.
I do too. It's kind of salsa-ish.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pump out another bowling theme type album. I know you have some history with that.
Harry.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
Don't even go there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ring and 7 for the southpaw, Parker Bone III.
Do you have a musical bowling background that I'm not aware of?
You need to just change direction, sir.
Is this like something I should be Googling, like Randy Peterson music bowling?
No. All right, back to the action. Good spare there for Parker Bone III. Up next, Michael Haugen Jr. for Voss's bosses.
I love it when you don't want to talk about something because all you want to do is talk. And then when a subject comes up you don't want to talk about, I love watching you backpedal, my friend.
Watch Michael Haugen keep his hand up the back of the ball.
Oh, man.
Oh, week 10.
Randy, don't even play this game with me.
I feel like I'm doing this show by myself.
You might be. You might be. Haugen in the third. So Voss's bosses started off with consecutive strikes, and now they're just trying to keep a clean game going here. Should be a fairly simple pickup with the single pin 10. Gets it. Haugen nearly lost his exemption following the 05-06 season when he failed to finish in the top 40 in points, but he regained his exemption by finishing second in the 06 Denny's PBA Tour Trials. That must be a very stressful time for anybody bowling in that. Here's Patrick Allen, 10 tour titles.
Come on. Carry.
Come on! A wobbly 9.
Patrick Allen has struggled in this format, not throwing a lot of strikes. Last time we saw him, he kept leaving the 2-4-7 combination. PA known for throwing lots of X's when he gets it going, just hasn't got it going in this competition.
Again, Roth's Raiders throwing out 3 lefties to start them off here today. That one curls on in. 3 lefties, 3 spares.
Close.
And when we return, we'll hear more from Patrick Allen. There's Rhino Page. And the lefty-intensive Roth's Raiders down early to Voss's bosses. Welcome you back to Gurnee, Illinois and Six Flags Great America. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Deandra Asbaty with you. Patrick Allen made a career-high 4 consecutive championship rounds appearances last season, winning once in Baltimore. Randy caught up with them earlier in the day.
Patrick, you're here because you won your 10th title earlier in the season in Baltimore, and it was a pretty emotional one for you, your 10th title. Take us through that day.
Well, Randy, you're right. Obviously, there is a criteria now to get into the Hall of Fame, and one is having 10 titles. And, you know, having 9 titles going into that event, you kind of want to get the monkey off your back and get it out of the way and leave it in somebody else's hands now, being eligible for the Hall of Fame. And it was very relieving to step up there in the 10th frame against Wes Malott and really make a really good shot under the gun.
Thanks, Patrick.
You got it.
Allen's win came on the Scorpion oil pattern in Baltimore at the Lumber Liquidators Championship. Again, we're bowling on the Scorpion oil pattern here as well. Robert Smith.
Maximum Bob with a league minimum. Come on.
Maximum Bob leaves the bucket minus the 4-pin.
We really enjoyed watching him win the CLR Windy City Classic last season in the greater Chicago area.
Pretty impressive day. Lofting it over the left gutter cap to win for the first time in a long time for Robert Smith.
Very nice.
Good pickup there for Robert Smith in the 4th. We remind you to log on to PBA.com for PBA Extra Frame, the league's online video service, behind-the-scenes footage, exclusive interviews, and even some archived ESPN telecasts. Might be able to track down the birth of Hambone on one of those archive telecasts. Still not sure where it began. Here's Chris Barnes. Drop and give me 10 for the PBA Player of the Year, Chris Barnes. Just the first strike of this match for Roth's Raiders.
Scan. Wow. Scan.
That's double skin for that.
Double scan. Hands.
34 titles for Pete Weber, going without the sunglasses in this match.
Help.
Somebody said he was left. He was dead on.
You know, and every time Pete lets go of it, his teammates yell help. But I think now it's because they just want him to strike. Because every time they yell help, that ball's high flush. Beautiful, timeless form, and those eyes that stare the pins down. Pete Weber.
Oh, Saints, that was stupid. That was really stupid.
Bowling the anchor for Roth's Raiders. Here's Tommy Jones.
Come on, Teach. Push.
TJ kicks them all.
Sit down.
There's no high fives on that.
Yeah, that makes up for
Just a
one or
little
two.
love right here on the 6-pin for Tommy Jones, and turns an almost split into a strike and a double for Roth's Raiders.
Those back-to-back strikes. It's giving them a 2-pin lead right now as we begin the 6th frame. Mike Scroggins working off a strike from his anchor, Pete Weber. You all right?
Yeah, so down.
You okay? Do I need to get you something?
I mean, that was a leader. When they needed it most, man, this is huge. Humongous.
Get
You're
down.
done for the day. Hey, that's Chris Scroggins.
It's not how, it's how many, okay?
That's right. You tell him, Mike. Mike Scroggins loving that hit. Roth's Raiders, not so much.
Not so much. Rhino Page stepping up now. Won the Go RVing Classic in Norwich, Connecticut.
That's close.
Gets them all to drop.
I can't get out.
Come on now.
We've got a good one brewing so far. Voss's Bosses through 6 frames, 4 strikes. Roth's Raiders, 3 strikes, but 3 in a row as we get set for frame number 7 and the conclusion when we return. Caribbean theme with more than 25 major water slides. It's the world's largest interactive water play structure. Also boasts a 500,000-gallon wave pool, about half the size of Randy's pool in his backyard.
Nothing like a water park in the summer, my friend.
I know. Norm Duke in the crowd, relegated to being a fan. Deandra Asbeatty downstairs with Parker Bone III.
Parker, you were recently inducted into the USBC Hall of Fame. What kind of Hall of Fame advice are you giving your team today?
Just to keep doing what we did the last 3 shots. I mean, if we keep that up, I don't think we're possibly beatable.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much. Or you went back to where you were. That's where I'm going.
Up now, Danny Wiseman as we begin the 7th.
I'm just going to go where I just drew the ring and set it. I'm going to take my chances again. Yeah, I like it. That ball rolled real good. Ball was great.
Oh, I like it. Good shot.
Good hit for Wiseman.
That's a keeper, honey.
To talk about his gearhead antics, he customized his Ford Mystic Mustang. Takes it to car shows where he has won 16 trophies, including 3 Best in Shows.
And I also heard he likes Mystic Mountain Blueberry.
What is that, a beverage or something?
Yes.
I thought you were going to like Mystic Pizza, the movie or something.
Get her done.
Man, we are the worst team ever. Parker Bone III in the 7th. The lefty gets them all to go.
Oh, and he turns to Weber and gives him a little shot.
I thought that was trademarked. It's a little different coming from Parker than it is from Pete.
And this guy is a Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award winner.
Kind of was closet, wasn't it?
Almost.
It was like a junior version of it.
Well, I can't say. It didn't want to hit. Well, I can't say.
Still a diss.
Absolutely. Michael Haugen Jr. from Arizona. Drop and give me 10.
Come on, kid. Come on, Mama. Nice.
It's starting to get serious out there, my friend.
4 consecutive strikes for Voss's Bosses. Also known as a 4-bagger.
Earlier this morning, the very first game, they ended up.
Really?
So I've been told in some emails and letters.
Hate mail.
Maybe. Maybe not. Here's Patrick Allen in the 8th.
I'm out.
PA slugs them all down.
Right here now.
Keeping his team in it. They just take the lead with that hit right there. PA, a little redemption
Here, Robert.
for the Southpaw.
5th straight strike for Roth's Raiders. We begin the foundation frame now with Robert Smith, who was runner-up to Chris Barnes for the 1998 PBA Rookie of the Year. And the strike string continues for Voss's bosses. Let's make it 5 in a row now.
Robert Smith just gets him a mitt full on that shot. Check this out. The cupped wrist, bent elbow, unloads at the bottom of the swing. Bang!
He startled me.
Sorry.
Match number 8 in the 9th for Chris Barnes.
Oh, yes. Play. Yeah!
Wow, we are reeling off.
Good shot out there.
Great shot.
11 consecutive strikes between these two teams.
Chris Barnes with a patented rollout shot that he's made a small fortune at the last few years out here. Now it's up to Pete Weber to close it out in the 10th frame.
I'll be there.
I like the result.
A couple more, they'll be in the 260s.
Another one. Peter, we need another one. We need another one, bud. Back on.
Needs a strike here if his team hopes to roll the endless 10th frame. So Voss's bosses will be denied the endless 10th frame.
Some shots don't even have
Right now, their greater concern is just trying to get a spare here.
Come on, hands out.
Well, a little left to target. This ball doesn't hold up this time. Look out.
Oh boy.
That's not easy to do.
That's
Pete,
a trick shot.
Yeah, save that for a trick shot. Shows. Gives them 251, and now Ross Raiders, Tommy Jones can get up and get the first hit right here and win this game.
Ross's bosses had 6 straight strikes, and then they conclude with a whimper. Ross Raiders and Tommy Jones about ready to take control of this one.
Come on.
Leaves the 10.
Got a breath of life.
Wow, there was shrapnel flying everywhere. Now, Tommy Jones needs to convert and strike on his fill shot to go into the endless 10th frame and give Rhino Page a shot at stealing this match away from Voss's bosses.
Must pick up the single pin conversion here.
All right, Bob.
And he does. Now, he must get a strike.
All right, come on. Set it up.
Jones has been rolling anchor this entire tournament for Roth's Raiders.
Oh, he had some serious skins on that one.
34-time titleist Hall of Famer Mark Roth putting a lot of confidence in young Tommy Jones.
He got 8 skins there.
Maybe a sign of things to come for the upcoming PBA season, which begins in late October.
BGs.
Yeah, baby.
BGs. Come on. Come on now, right here.
Come on,
So that strike means Roth's Raiders will have an opportunity to throw down the lane with the endless 10th frame.
My bad, a little firm. Come on now, one for me.
All you really need to know right now is that man, Rhino Page, the reigning Rookie of the Year, must get a strike here for the win. A walk-off strike opportunity
Let's get this.
for Rhino Page.
Over here. Over there. Come on.
Big win for Roth's Raiders. They started this match with 3 straight spares and then started stringing up some strikes. They concluded with 8, and they get the win. More when we return. For Roth's Raiders, Deandra standing by lane side with both captains.
Well, that was the most exciting match of the series. And Brian, you came up just a little bit short.
Well, my guys came up short. You know, I go out there and I do it the best I can, a little strategy here and there, but ultimately it comes down to the players. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Well, it was a great match. And Mark, what do you think about Rhino coming through in the clutch?
He's done it before on TV. He had a super year, rookie of the year, and he won. So it was just a great shot, and we have faith in him.
Well, we had a lot of fun watching. Congratulations and good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And Roth put Rhino Page in that position, bowling the first frame, knowing that if they needed a strike in the endless 10th, he'd be the guy called upon to have the first crack at it.
Did you get the number of the bus that Voss threw his teammates under?
I think it was 57 going downtown. Not sure. I think it was the express line. Continuing coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout coming your way in a matter of moments, 1:30 Eastern, right here on ESPN.
So it's Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois for the Geico PBA Team Shootout. Up now, it is match number 9 between the two teams who are on top of our standings. Rob Stone and 13-time titleist Randy Peterson back here with you. After this match, just 3 remain in this round-robin opening competition. The winner of this one seems to be in pretty good shape to move on to the finals. And who thought we'd be saying that at this stage with Carmen's Cartel and their woeful start?
Awful start, 0-2 to start. They've won their last 3 matches. They're riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels. And I asked the Hall of Fame coach, Carmen Salvino, why the big turnaround? And he said, Randy, it's simple. When you're the class of the tournament, class will always prevail.
Will class be in session today when they take on Roth's Raiders? A couple lefties in the 1-2 slot for them. And here's Carmen's Cartel, and not Walter Ray Williams Jr. in the anchor position, but rather the young one, Sean Rash. Here's a look at the rules. Top 2 teams in this 3-team round robin will advance to the championship round. And we go right to action. Rhino Page will get us going for that man's team, Mark Roth's Raiders.
I'm going to go 1 deeper now.
Oh!
Lefty leaves the 7.
Clean shot.
Cut all that.
That's so much wind through there. Pretty good shot from Rhino. Mika throws his left-hander dig out there for Rhino to hear, and Rhino leaves himself with a 7-pin spare conversion.
Fellow lefty Patrick Allen not rolling this game for Roth's Raiders. Wes Malott taking it off for Carmen's Cartel.
Oh, God.
Yikes. But gets away with it.
Caught just enough of that 7-pin. No worries.
Parker.
Mika Koivuniemi rolling first for Carmen's Cartel. Oof. Lucky to even get that head pin.
And Big Finn's ball don't hook on that shot.
Not so well, no.
Watch this thing just hydroplane. At least the 2-4-10, and Mika's looking to get the bowling ball to the left side of the 2-pin and slide it over to the 10.
Give it a run.
Gets 2-4 and game attempt.
And have you noticed Mika's change in apparel?
It's nice to see the capris gone.
Heck of a try there.
So back-to-back lefties now for Roth's Raiders. Rhino Page went 9 spare. Here's Parker Bone the third. 9 drop. No one has rolled more 300 games than Parker Bone the third. 78 career PBA perfect games.
I hate lefties.
All right.
All right, Parker. It's fair, bud.
Here's Walter Ray Williams Jr. from Ocala, Florida. A horseshoe pitching champion. 6-time horseshoe pitching champion, mind you. And a pretty fair bowler as well. He's been voted Player of the Year 6 times, beginning all the way back in 1986.
Watch him cave the bucket in on this shot. Red ball up 5. Cave the bucket in. Oh, oh.
Oh, 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 oh. Who sings that song? We need to hunt that down. The Fix. Nice call with 2 X's. Here's Mike Wolf.
All right, good shot. I need it.
Mike Wolf having some spare issues throughout this competition, staring down at the 4-pin.
Speaking of spare issues.
Again, a single pin spare missed by Mike Wolf.
Yeah, going back to your bench when they're silent is never a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. The only thing he can do is suck it up and rebound nicely.
Folks at home, this
Jason Belmonte, naturally right-handed, rolls with both hands. Blows them up. I don't get tired of watching him roll that way. Just something different enough.
The Geico PBA Team Shootout, hosted by Six Flags, is brought to you by Geico.
Scared. That makes sense?
Looks like you could use a change of wardrobe if you rode that.
Electromagnetic propulsion system to launch riders at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds.
I passed on that ride, by the way.
Excellent decision on your part. One of the many great rides here at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Our continuing coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout. And we move on to the fourth frame. Here's Chris Barnes, reigning player of the year from Double Oak, Texas. Drop and give me 10. 10 tour titles on Barnes' resume. The 98 PBA Rookie of the Year. In his first 8 seasons on the tour, he went over the $1 million earnings mark. The fastest player to hit that.
I'm crossing out there. I'm crossing through it.
Michael Fagan.
Come on, Mike.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
4, 7, 9, 10.
All right, come on.
Michael Fagan looking to play the outside part of the lane, and this ball just bounces way too hard. Leaves himself with a tough but makeable split.
How do you attack this one? Go after that 4?
Go after the 4 pin, slide the 4 into the 9-10.
All right.
He went after the 4 and the 7, ignoring the 9-10. Second open frame already for Carmen's Cartel. We move on to the 5th. Roth's Raiders with their first chance to put back-to-back strikes together. And here's Tommy Jones, again rolling anchor for Roth's Raiders.
And that has been a constant for that team.
Won 2 titles last season, bringing his total to 12. Boom. No doubt about that.
Tommy Jones looks to be an autopilot. Very comfortable out there. No matter what the pattern is, he's getting it done shot after shot.
Yeah, he's really stood out to both of us throughout this tournament. Ditto really Sean Rash. He's been very strong, throwing a lot of anchor. And that's why.
All right, boys. Come on. All right. Very nice. All right, come on. Second half, boys.
He was one of 6 Denny's PBA Tour stars named to the 08 Team USA team back in October.
You got that from Mika's. Come on, baby. One time.
Now, would you call Rhino's shorts plaid?
Yeah, I'd go more plaid.
I like that combo on him.
Got one about 2 left in the
I like it
lane.
better than the Bermuda flowered shorts.
Plaid 10 or?
We've always valued your fashion sense.
Well, thanks.
10-pin party in the pit there
Come on, mate, just go.
for the rook, Rhino Page. Can we still call him a rookie?
Oh, yeah.
I guess he still is till October.
Yeah, officially until the start of next season.
All right.
Another good shot by that kid.
How much easier is next season going to be for that man not having to go through qualifying every week?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he may put extra pressure on himself because he had such a great year last year. He wants to show everybody he's not a one-hit wonder.
Mika Koivuniemi here in the 6th, and it's been dicey bowling for him this match.
Well,
Open frame in the first, staring another one down here.
Right, and Mika left the 2-4-10 in the first frame. Now he's looking at a washout. And both shots come up way too light. Now Mika's got to get the spare ball to the left side of the head pin. The ball will take out the 1, 2, and 4. The head pin into the 10 pin.
Oof.
And
shot out that 1.
And that's a bad break. He wrapped the head pin around the 10.
All over now.
And right now, Salvino's team in a big hole.
3 open frames. Continuing coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout. Earlier, Randy caught up with World Bowler of the Year, Jason Belmonte.
Jason Belmonte from New South Wales, Australia. You got your invite through the USBC. Formerly the greatest amateur player on the planet, now a PBA member. Talk about your experience this week.
It's phenomenal. The PBA is the greatest tour in the world. It's where the best bowlers in the world are, and it's where I want to be. And for me, the amateur scene is an unbelievable scene, but eventually you have to, jump in the deep end with the big boys.
Now, I have to ask you about this two-handed style, which, quite honestly, I think it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. You're the best I've ever seen at it. How did you arrive at this two-handed style?
Well, basically, I started when I was 18 months old. My family built a bowling center where I live in Orange, and the bowling ball was just a little too heavy for an 18-month kid, so I used to just push it down, and basically, as I was getting older, I still couldn't pick up like a 10-pound ball. Those were the lightest we had at the time, and I used to just pick it up and kind of dump it on the lane, and then as I got older again, started putting my fingers in it, and well, the rest is really history. I just kept on doing it.
Thanks very much, Jason.
Randy, no problems, mate. Cheers.
No problems there, mate. Cheers.
I love that kid. I love his accent. What a nice kid.
Hard not to enjoy a conversation with him. Here's Parker Bone III, looking to make it 4 consecutive strikes for Roth Raiders. I just love his form. Love the kick out of the leg, the follow through.
Well, there's a reason why he does all that. First of all, it gives him great balance at the foul line. But again, this is a bowling form that's withstood the test of time. Parker Bone's been doing that for a very long time on tour.
Ditto this man, Walter A. Williams Jr.
Yeah, and this is about as much fun as a cold sore right now. Salvino's team can't even hit the pocket. They're trailing right now by 48 if Walter Ray converts this, and they're in a load of trouble.
Good pickup. A necessary pickup. But again, though, we have that endless 10th frame, so any deficit can be overcome.
And you missed your chance at a 4-bagger there, kid.
It's all right. I don't need to force it every time.
That's 5-bagger.
Fistful of strikes there for Ross Raiders now.
Feels like forever since you thrown it last shot. Great shot. You never know.
There's Belmonte.
Name of the game.
Randy just talked to in the 8th.
Watch the amount of revolutions generated here.
The way he throws, what type of spare pickups are a little bit more challenging than you would have for a normal, quote-unquote, normal bowler?
Well, he when he shoots his spares, he uses a plastic spare ball and doesn't put his thumb in it. So I think it's a bit of a challenge for him, but right here he's going to use his strike ball to cover the 2-8. I would think anything cross lane, like the 3-6, 9-10, for example, could prove to be a bit of an issue, but that spare's an issue for everybody.
Right. Huge lead for Roth's Raiders. We go to the 9th. The foundation frame, Chris Barnes.
Settle.
Leaves the 7.
There's got to be a puddle right there because that was about 4 left.
His 9 televised appearances last season led the tour. And Mark has most in the season since 2000 when he made that career-high 12 appearances. And there's probably some debate even in his mind, what was a better season, last year or 2000 for him?
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Oh!
Commanding lead for Ross Raiders. A couple of strikes in the 10th frame. They'll be in the 230s.
Deep pump, they got it too early.
Michael Fagan.
That's a better shot.
Oh, wow. Big 4. Big problems. Continue.
Well,
Full tilt.
If it does come down to an endless 10th frame, it truly may be an endless 10th frame because it'll take forever for this team to catch back up.
Hi, TJ.
So we move to that 10th frame, and obviously a lot will be determined and decided right now. Tommy Jones has been in that anchor position all tournament long for Mark Roth.
Oh, bad karma. Hey, man, 2 frames.
Not the worst thing that can happen for him in the 10th. If he can convert the spare here and then strike on his fill ball, his team will be eligible for the endless 10th frame, should they need it.
Everyone's going to get
74 pin lead, you wouldn't think.
I see Teej throwing another strike here. Smashing there in this frame. All right, fill the ball. Fill it up with a spare strike. Come on, you got Walter.
An accomplished athlete growing up is Tommy Jones. Played shortstop and pitcher in high school.
Good golfer as well.
Good shot.
There we go.
And there's the endless 10th if they need it.
It's a little extra cushion for Ross Raiders to sit down on and watch Carmen's Cartel. Here's Sean Rash in the 10th. Leaves the 4.
I'd rather miss there than next.
Exactly. Same position as Tommy Jones was in. Convert this spare, then get a strike, then get the endless 10th going. Without it, Carmen's Cartel is going to lose.
Well, he'll make an adjustment on this fill shot to give his team a chance.
We'd have 140 if Wolf shot that one.
Got to have this to give his team any chance.
Big time toss from the youngster from Wichita, Kansas.
Never say die, baby. Never say die.
Short 225 to 151. Keep in mind, both teams have qualified.
So both teams have qualified for the endless 10th frame, but it may only be necessary for Carmen's Cartel.
We throw 8 strikes. I'm buying everybody dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah. Mika Koivuniemen.
One of 8. One down, 7 more. Best shot of the match for Mika, his first strike.
Oh, baby.
Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Push.
Needs 7. There's 2.
Come on, mate.
Trip 4. Right-hander's best friend.
Come on, baby.
And some energy now
Come on, mate.
on Carmen's Cartel bench. Belmonte.
Oh, yeah.
The dream is alive. They need 7. They've got 3 already. Michael Fagan to make it 4.
Can he keep the dream alive?
Let's find out.
You have to fill after the ring. You have to fill. I guess it's good. Yeah, I can't remember now or something.
Get there, ball.
Hit.
We're still bowling, people.
Watch this thing go sideways. Michael Fagan gives it a little more side rotation. That ball peels off the spot and goes dead flush.
And we go through the order to Rash to make it 5 in a row.
Hit.
Like it. Yeah!
Halftime's over, baby. We're going overtime. Come on, boys.
Right now, Carmen's Cartel, that bench looks like a bunch of spider monkeys jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I have that feeling too.
Come on, Mika.
How many more, Rob? How many more?
2 more.
All right.
But then again, Ross Raiders has the endless 10th in their back pocket to make it 6 in a row. Oh, yes! This is good stuff.
This ball just a little bit left to target.
All right, Walter.
The teammates are holding their breath until that.
Now up, Walter Ray Williams Jr. PA, Patrick Allen with the rally hats, plural, sitting this one out.
Double rally cap, sunglasses turned upside down.
Doing whatever it takes to jinx the legend. Oh, denied by the 10th. Number 10 does not bite.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, that is some bonus bowling for the same great price.
I've noticed that you've stacked your team with 5 of your Team USA members, and I know that you just got back from your training camp bowling together. How's that helping you today?
Well, we did get a chance to play a lot together, and we all get along pretty well. So it's been a lot of fun. Patrick pulled out the act on him. You know, I'm not sure we were in that much trouble. We had our chance to come back, and they were going to have to throw a lot to get by us. But that was a lot of fun.
A string of wins now for Raw.
PBA Team Shootout. 18 of the best bowlers separated into 3 teams with $100,000 on the line. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson back here with you, and welcome to Must Win Bowling. Voss's Bosses sitting in last place at 2-4. They have just 2 matches remaining, beginning with this next one. And this is the same team that one Randall Peterson next to me said on paper was the team to beat. Well, we know what we can do with that paper, at least for now. What happened?
Well, listen here, Professor Positive. On paper, this team has 89 wins and 17 majors. I spoke with Norm Duke. I said, Norm, you know, you guys are behind the 8 ball. He said, Randy, this is exactly where we want to be.
Really?
I didn't understand it either.
Yeah, ditto. Did you call me Professor Positive?
Yes, I did.
Here's a look at Roth's Raiders, Mike Wolf and Tommy Jones. Starting and ending off, Voss's Bosses, led by Mike Scroggins, Pete Weber, bowling anchor. Here's Deandra Asbeatty with Brian Voss.
Brian, I noticed that you had a team huddle before this match. What did you tell your team?
Well, I gave him a little pep talk. You know, I just basically gave him some veteran knowledge, which will be available sometime in the future. Because if it's bad knowledge, I don't want you to know what it is.
And I understand that you have PDW in the anchor position. Why is that?
Well, Petey's, you know, he's one of the best ever. He can get a little softer on this shark pattern, and he'll bring us home.
Well, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Take a look at the rules for the Geico PBA Team Shootout. We're still in the challenge round format, but not much of that is left. These teams fighting to move on to the finals. And we'll begin with Mike Wolf, the righty from New Albany, Indiana. 3 tour titles he's won. His 3rd coming at the Etonic Championships last year.
Nice start for the Cyborg. I love that nickname for Mike.
Cyborg? How did he get that?
Well, he's just so stoic, you know. He's not a whole lot of emotion coming out of him. He's just so laid back and easygoing, and he really doesn't show a lot.
Cyborg. This is, and Mike Scroggins, Party at Scroggy's.
Party at Scroggy.
9. Sitting down. Fade.
A little heavy. Leaves the 2.
Mine's good. No skin.
I don't know if he's fair.
It's probably the worst pattern for Mike Scroggins because he throws the ball pretty straight, and the shark pattern, there is a boatload of oil.
Help. He's already saying help.
All right, let's try to hit the middle of the pin on them spears, boys. Give me a little break.
There's some good coaching right there.
Good positive reinforcement by Coach Voss.
Patrick Allen, the New Yorker, who now lives just outside Tampa, Florida. Another lefty here on Roth's Raiders.
Double it up, Mom.
Come on.
Drops them all. He'll be followed by Parker Bone III. So back-to-back lefties for Roth's Raiders. As we take another look at this strike.
My left hand.
Beautiful shot here by Patrick Allen. Keeps his hand up the back of the bowling ball, gets it to roll, and he likes it.
Danny Wiseman owns 12 Denny's PBA Tour titles and 1 major.
That's another spin.
Right there.
First strike for Voss's Bosses in this 10th round robin match. As we take a look at the oil pattern, the shark oil pattern again. No sharks were harmed in the making of this oil pattern.
It's not real shark oil, Rob. Shark pattern is the longest pattern we use at 44 feet in length. The players are going to play in one part of the lane, and that's the middle. Forget about the outside part of the lane. Way too slick.
Shark oil pattern, very popular in Asia.
Apparently. Let's talk more about that later.
Here's Parker Bone III. It has been back-to-back jacks to open up this match for Roth's Raiders. Looking to make it a three-bagger.
Settle.
Come on. Yeah. All right, come on. All right, Robert, right here, Parker.
Way to go.
Come on now.
Watch the 4-pin go to the sidewalk, cuts the 7 out. PB3 loves that reaction, and so does his teammates.
Up now, Robert Smith won in Chicago last season.
Back off, fade a little bit.
On this very pattern.
It's good research on your part.
All right, run it down.
Well, it can only be the shark pattern when Robert Smith is lofting it over the gutter cap like he did in Chicago. Today, that won't be the story. And hard to believe that a ball with the revolutions that Robert Smith puts on it could actually leave a weak 10. And that's going to be really fast.
He comes in with bad intentions on those spare balls, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
3 frames down. We'll pick it up in the 4th. It's a tight one so far between Roth's Raiders and Voss's Bosses. We're back to Six Flags after this. One of our favorite wins last season, courtesy of this guy, Robert Smith, a memorable visual win at the CLR Windy City Classic.
Robert Smith, congratulations. You got into this event by winning the 2007 Windy City Classic right down the road here in Chi-Town. Take us through that tournament.
That was a great tournament for me. I mean, I was coming back off the hip injury, but going out and bowling and actually getting to show people kind of, you know, one of my tricks that I actually use a lot during tournaments during the course of the year, something I've learned, you know, probably from amateur days back from Team USA, even prior to that, maybe with high rollers and stuff, was everybody would just make the lanes hook so much that for me, I could never get the ball through the dry part if it got too far left. So I ended up just learning to develop a launch shot. Ball can never hook in the air, and it was much easier to get that angle to the break point I wanted. So it started out as a trick, and then it actually became a tool that I use quite often. And when I get a chance to use it, I use it as much as I can.
Welcome back, Bobby. Welcome back.
We had a ton of fun watching that event. Remind you, PBA's online video service, Extra Frame, is available at pba.com. Interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, archive video. And you can relive the wonderful season that was for Chris Barnes.
Go, go, go.
Heavy on that one. And
Come on.
thought that 4-pin was going to drop.
Well, he was hoping to keep that string alive, but not to be. Just a pinch heavy. 4-pin wiggles, but it doesn't go down.
Weeble wobble. Do they still make Weeble wobbles, by the way?
Not sure what you're talking about, Rob.
You don't know what a Weeble wobble is? Did you ever dress in Branimals?
Good, yeah.
Pretty brave.
Front hook, stuck to your hand.
So
Yeah,
Barnes
right.
picks up the first spare of the match for Roth's Raiders.
Garanimals.
You like that one? Going back. I'm going back on you. Maybe some Zips shoes to complement the outfit.
It may never end.
Never had Zips? Here's Norm Duke. Wonderful second half of the season for Duke. And I love how he holds that pose.
Hold the finish. Green ball up 10. Love it.
Here we got one. We got a scan. Scan. Thank you.
Second frame or second strike of the match for Voss's Bosses. And now we go to our 2 anchors. For Roth's Raiders, it is Tommy Jones, and he has held this position all tournament long.
Deal.
I got good vibes about Tommy Jones this season.
Tommy Jones is a bad man. You put him on the shark pattern with that high rep rate, a lot of hook. He really makes that shark pattern look easy.
Right there.
Pete Weber, bowling anchor for Voss's Bosses. Boy, do they need a win.
Look out.
Oh, now that ball wasn't supposed to go hot.
Move left, Pete. Move left.
Huh?
I said move left.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't talking to me. Was he?
No. Might have been a teammate, but that's all right. I mean, everybody goes to you for knowledge. Why wouldn't Pete?
Maybe because he's got 34 titles and...
Easy.
Oh, did he just chop the 3-6?
First open frame of this match.
All right, guys.
Needs in the tank.
That ball wasn't supposed to go high.
Such a lonely walk and sit when you come to the bench with an open frame.
You sit there at the end of the bench by yourself.
Yeah. No high fives, nobody talking to you, just and then the opposition follows out with a strike. Thanks, guys.
Ain't no fun unless it's exciting. Come on.
5 strikes through 6 frames already for Roth's Raiders. They are in cruise control right now, up 41. Here's Mike Scroggins.
They need to get a string going right now.
Help.
And that'll help.
Still alive. Still alive.
Tied his career high with 6 televised appearances last season. Did the Amarillo, Texas native, Mike Scroggins.
Stay focused.
So the strike was good. We're going to have to string a lot more when we return. That means Norm Duke, you're getting called out. You need some Ks.
Tommy can.
But Mike Wolf has done the damage. 2 balls, 2 strikes so far.
That's Rob.
Being the ball rep on tour, what do you see the biggest difference bowling outside opposed to bowling inside regarding the lanes?
Well, I think what we've seen so far with all the guys is the transitions are happening a little bit faster due to the sun, breaking down the viscosity of the oil a little bit. The guys don't have to use as much surface, especially like on the shark pattern, what we have going on right now. Scroggins being the only lefty on his team is using a little bit more surface, but the other guys are able to use, solid covers and balls almost out of the box, So we just seen the transition a little bit smoother, actually, because the lane is actually breaking a whole lane down instead of just one part of the lane.
And it has a lot to do with the sun.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the temperature in the gutters, last year we had 140-something degrees, and this year is not quite as hot, but, it's still warm enough to break the oil down.
Great. Thanks for your insight.
You got it.
Chris Schlemmer, the best ball rep on tour, bar none.
Now, Roth's Raiders have been reading these lanes correctly. 5 strikes through 6 frames, a commanding 41-pin lead as we begin play here in the 7th. Here's Patrick Allen.
Hook a lot.
Look out. Leaves the fence, meaning he didn't even hit the head pin.
Bring it back. Come on.
Easy to do, though, on this shark pattern when you get the ball wide of target. Too much oil outside to get that ball to recover. Patrick Allen leaves himself a difficult spare conversion.
First half of the season, Patrick Allen was right there in Player of the Year contention. He made a career-high 4 consecutive championship round appearances at one point last season.
Get them all. 4. All right. Spare. Right, Danny.
Nicely done there.
Come on, Danny.
Spare don't. Sorry.
And Voss's bosses are in that position where if they can string some strikes together, take this game off the sheet, they can bowl themselves right back into it and steal this match away from Roth's Raiders.
Danny Wiseman and Michael Fagan both here because they won at the 2008 Exempt Doubles Classic in Vegas.
Hard.
There's that strike you were talking about.
Good shot.
That gets in the lead of Roth's Raiders. This is going to get into the light part of the pocket and rip the rack here. 5-pin going into the 7, all 10 going down. And that's exactly what they need to keep doing to get back into this match.
Up now, Parker Bone III. He won the all-lefty show in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Back in December. Drops them all there.
Great shot out there, TV. Great shot. Shots.
And up now, Robert Smith, the man who we profiled earlier in this show. No loft this time.
All right, Robert.
Drops all 10.
Oh, Barney.
Fair commitment. Very nice.
Beautiful shot here by Robert Smith. Goes a little bit straighter. With that much power, those 10 pins don't stand a chance.
3rd straight strike for Voss's bosses. Chris Barnes working off a strike thrown by Parker Bone III. And another strike for Roth's Raiders. It's been all strikes outside of spares in the 4th and 7th.
Careful.
Gets them all.
Very nice.
4th straight strike for Voss's Bosses.
And hard to believe it was almost 30 years ago when Norm Duke won his first career title. Talk about the frozen rope to the 1-3. You're looking at it.
What age did you win your first title?
I was 24.
24.
Yeah, 23 or 24.
18. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Come on. Come on. Don't even
Get
think
down,
about
7. Get down.
Just do 2 more.
Another weeble wobble out there.
Well, half the guys are yelling, go down. The other half are yelling, stand up and fight. Bosses now have a chance to win this match. Tommy Jones, a spare here and a strike, will give his team 234. But let's not discount the endless 10th frame.
That would have got the 10.
So big shot coming up here for Tommy Jones, the fill shot. That will give them extended play and keep them in the match regardless of what Bosses and Pete Weber do in the 10th frame.
To get that endless 10th frame, you must strike on the fill ball in the 10th frame. Each additional strike adds 10 pins, and teams will rotate through the Baker order, so they'll basically go back to the top of the order. If it would be Roth's Raiders, it would be Mike Wolf, the top of the order for them. Jones needs this for the endless 10. Needs it, finds it. So nice little cushion to sit back on, and now they can watch Bosses to see if they can get to the endless 10th and bowl enough to put some pressure back on them.
Hit them thin and watch them spin. The TJ special. Now, Pete Weber looking to strike out.
Not a deal breaker there, though. Pick up the spare, then get a strike, and then get the endless 10th.
Sure, but striking out would have given them 237 and would have tightened up the match considerably. Now they've got a lot more work to be done if Weber can convert the spare and strike on the fill shot.
It's been a tough match for Pete. Remember, he had the open frame 9 in the 5th. Takes down 10 pin.
Great shot.
Nice shot, Pete. Nice shot, Price.
Needs a strike here for the endless 10th frame for Voss's Bosses. Mandatory if they are to get a win.
Oh, yeah, that's a little keep us alive. There. Come on.
Gotta keep us alive, babe.
Come on now.
Brings the team off the bench, unlike the 5th frame when they were all content to sit and stare at him.
Yeah, now all of a sudden they love him, right? Yeah. Scroggins now gets up the endless 10th frame. This team a chance to win and steal this match away, but he must strike on this next ball to keep their hopes alive.
Scroggins won 2 tour titles last season, the first time in his career he captured multiple victories in a campaign.
That's not...
Good
Leaves the 7.
Good shot.
And that's all she wrote.
Good guys.
Go, guys. Way to go.
Good shot, Mike. Good shot, man.
That win puts Roth's Raiders into the championship round. 234 to 217. They dispatch Bosses who fall to 2-5 and remain in last place. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
Tommy, congratulations on 4 wins in a row and your spot in the championship match. You've been the anchor bowler for all 4 of those matches. Do you have any certain responsibilities on your shoulders being the anchor bowler?
Well, yeah, I got 5 other guys on my team and a great captain here that's, you know, putting some faith in me to get down there and do it and get it done in the 10th. And fortunately, so far, I've been able to do that. So it's, you know, it's a good feeling to know they have faith in me.
Good luck in the finals.
10 matches down. One team has already moved on. Ross Raiders, the 5-2 mark, will advance to the championship round. Bosses in the cellar as of now. More Geico PBA Team Shootout coming your way later today on ESPN, 3:30 Eastern. So Ross Raiders move on to the championship round. They started strong, finished strong. Only 3 spares the whole match, nothing else but strikes the rest of the way.
Here with you, and kudos to the schedule makers. This the second to last match of our round robin competition, and it has massive implications. Carmen's Cartel a victory. They clinch a berth in the championship round. Meanwhile, Bosses absolutely reeling from 5 straight defeats after starting this competition with 2 straight wins. They are in a must-win situation. If they win, mathematically, they're actually in pretty good shape to move on. But these two teams with some differing motivational approaches to this match.
Certainly 2 different motivational speeches. I asked Walter A. Williams Jr. of Carmen's Cartel what type of speech he got from Carmen, and all of a sudden Carmen sticks his head in and goes, I told them they either win or they're dead.
A little harsh.
Pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I go up to Coach Voss. I said, Brian, you know, what kind of pep talk did you give your team? And Brian started on this rant about mental pictures and don't worry about yesterday and, you know, the mental focus. And all I could think about it as I was walking away was, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Sounds about right.
I'm not sure what I meant by that.
I'm still trying to figure it out. There's the 5 rollings for Bosses. And Carmen's Cartel, Mika Kweviniemi, Sean Rash will be rolling the anchor position. Team USA member Deandra Asbeatty downstairs with Pete Weber.
Pete, you are in a must-win situation. What is going to be the key to staying alive?
Well, Brian told us before the last game the key for us to win is to get up there and commit to what you want to do. Get up there and throw the best shot you can. Commit to your shot. Hopefully we strike. We're in that situation of winning now. Put the hammer down, and all we can do, we need to throw strikes. That's all I can say. We need to throw strikes.
Thank you for your time.
Take a look at the Geico PBA Team Shootout Challenge Round format. Top 2 teams advance to the championship round. We already have 1 team that's moved on. Will it be 2 at the end of this show? Bosses, led by that man in a hole, in last place right now. They have dropped 5 straight matches. Carmen Salvino, the captain of Carmen's Cartel. And he throws Mika Koivuniemi out there first. 10-pin party in the pit to start this one off with a big fin.
Oh, easy now, easy.
And the oil pattern. Today, the shark pattern.
Yes, and no sharks were harmed in the making of this oil pattern.
As always.
Shark pattern is the longest pattern we use on tour, 44 feet. Very, very slick. The players will play the middle part of the lane. Forget about the outside part of the lane. 0 friction out.
Why do you think they call it the shark pattern?
I have no idea.
Big bite. Swims fast, scary.
A lot of teeth.
Nice. Danny Wiseman.
Come on.
Boom! Gets them all.
On the shark pattern, when you're a low rev rate guy, it's ball speed is what you're looking for, keeping that ball speed down. The high rev guys like Michael Fagan, man, they just move in and peel on it, and they just play their A game.
And we've nicknamed Michael Fagan Gumby. Watch the backswing on this one. Not even sure he has a joint in that right shoulder.
Now, come on, if that doesn't remind you of Gumby, the green ball, the arm's going every which way. I mean, tell you what, I could use half of that power and still be on tour.
Freebies over here.
With all that power, lefty 3-6-10. And that power takes care of the 3-6-10. So strike spare so far for Carmen's Cartel. Win, and they move on to the championship round. Up now for Voss's bosses, Stormin Norman. Norm Duke, 29 PBA Tour titles.
It's a good swing right there. Yes, sir.
56 career, 300 games. And a perfect strike right there.
Soda rack. Nice. Team of the day, son.
Come on, Bill. Jason.
Was that teeth into that ball, huh, Carmen? Can't open her that.
Jason Belmonte rolls two-handed. He's naturally right-handed. Man, when that thing is on target, it is just enjoyable to watch.
That's nasty. Two-handed delivery, no thumb, just his fingers in the ball. And that creates a ton of revolutions in power.
Michael Haugen Jr.
Help. Some kind of help. I've seen that one before.
Now, at the other end of the spectrum, when you're talking about power, Michael Haugen Jr., his game is all about going straight and keeping the ball on line and playing the lanes very, very direct. And what a win at the Tournament of Champions this past season.
Back up.
He struck out 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame against Chris Barnes to beat him by 1 pin.
Tight 1 through 3.
The Geico PBA Team Shootout.
As made it with you here. Match number 11 is a tight one through 3 frames. We begin the 4th. The big nasty, Wes Malott. Drop and give me 10.
All right.
Big Wes Malott likes this shark pattern. He's got the power to get all 10 in the pit. Keep his team ahead in this match.
That's a nice shot right there, Brian.
Pete Weber in the 4th.
Good shot. Yeah. Come on, let's hit. Very nice. Very nice.
Pete knows how to play the crowd.
Right.
There's one thing I've learned through my first season.
Nice shot. Come on,
Gets a high five from Walter Ray.
Exactly.
Sean Rash will be bowling anchor. All right, now for Carmen's Cartel, working off back-to-back strikes.
Come on, Rash.
Make it 3 in a row for the Wichita, Kansas native.
All right, Robert, right here, big boy, right here.
Hi, baby. Way to go, brother.
You notice how everybody's brother, pal, way to go, champ, when you're striking?
And when you're missing?
They don't want to know you.
No, you might as well be at the concession stand.
Ball back. Shut up. Hit it.
A defiant 7-pin there.
Your teammate did, yeah. We call it a team re-rack.
And again, interesting strategy from Coach Voss, who has Robert Smith bowling anchor when he's got the great Norm Duke and Pete Weber on the same team. And that's no dig against Robert, but Robert has 7 titles. Norm has 29. Pete has 34. I mean, see where I'm going with this? Help me out.
Well, Captain Brian Voss has done some altering to his lineups throughout the course of this event. It hasn't, Tommy Jones, we've seen bowling anchor for his team the entire event. Brian Voss has done some mixing and matching. We go back to the top of the order here in the 6th. Mika Koivu-Niemi. Sound like I'm calling a game from Wrigley. We go back to the top of the order here.
All right, come on, babe. Bring it in.
A little heavy on the head pin. And leaves himself with an ugly split. Nico try to get this ball to the right side of the 3-pin.
We need some wood here. Let's just go off the sheet.
Try to slide it over into the 4-7.
All right, Danny, come on now, right here.
First open frame of this match.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Wiseman now up in the 6th frame for Voss's bosses. This is a must-win game for them.
They have lost 5 straight after opening up this competition with 2 wins. Baltimore, Maryland native, Danny Wiseman.
Good shot, man. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. All right, Danny. All right, way to go out there.
Gets them all.
All right, come on.
Fourth strike.
There you go.
In the opening 6 frames for Voss's Bosses, they have a slim lead. We go downstairs now. Deandra standing by with the young man, Michael Fagan.
Mike, this is a really fun opportunity to bowl in a unique team setting. Who in the history of bowling would you want on your team?
I think we got the best of all time on our team. He's not bowling this match, but it's a short format. If we bowled 100 games, I think we'd have him in every time.
And who's that?
Walter Ray.
Oh, okay. Good answer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't go wrong with Walter Ray. Is he who you'd pick?
No, I think
Anderson, Deandra Asbeatty here with you. And we opened up the American part of last season's tour in Milwaukee with the USBC Masters. Sean Rash with a huge win in it. Randy caught up with him earlier.
Sean Rash, you got your invite to this event by virtue of winning the first tournament stateside, the USBC Masters, your first major. We bowled at Miller Park. Talk about that experience.
Well, Miller Park was pretty awesome, and just a great venue, and just a great experience, and just happy to be there. And I was lucky enough to get through and win the title over Steve Jarros, which, you know, bowled 8-14 on TV, pretty remarkable. And I took full advantage of it, and I'm just happy to be here.
Great environment there at Miller Park. Carmen's Cartel down 6 as we begin the 7th with Gumby. Michael Fagan.
Come on, ball. Yeah.
Gets them all.
Right here, big boy, right here.
The New York native who bowled at St. John's University from 98 to 02 gets the strike.
Beautiful shot here. See the high rev rate snapping that 10 out. I'm Gumby.
Up now, Norm Duke, one of just 2 players to win the Grand Slam, meaning the USBC Masters, Tournament of Champions, US Open, and World Championship. That's why.
All right, baby.
See, in case in point, I mean, the last couple of matches that I've watched Norm Duke perform on, he's been flawless. I mean, he's been striking every ball. Why not put Norm as your anchor bowler? I'm just throwing it out there, Rob.
That's an excellent point. Jason Belmonte, the two-handed man. He had that little strut to the right. You knew things were good.
He's got the camo shorts.
Where? I don't see him.
Definitely almost pulled a whip.
Oh, there he is. He blended in.
I get it now. Yeah, I get it now.
Flush.
Check that out. You know, I've tried that two-handed style before. Not good.
Didn't work so well?
No. Not so much.
Michael Haugen Jr. from Cave Creek, Arizona.
All right. Yes, sir. That's it. Way to go out there. Way to go.
Michael Haugen Jr. keeping the dream alive for Voss's Bosses and maintaining a 16-pin lead.
Again, a must-win for Voss's Bosses here. They will be eliminated.
Well, it is.
Wes Malott in the 9th, the foundation frame for Carmen's Cartel.
Slam.
Stay with him. Stay with him.
3rd consecutive strike.
Keep the heat on him.
For Salvino's squad. And now we go to Pete Weber, another guy who could very easily be bowling anchor for Voss's Bosses. A lot of talent on that side, but not a whole lot of wins.
But also a lot more like this.
Yeah, that's
4 in a row now for Voss's Bosses. There's Weber tied with Mark Roth for 3rd all-time with 34 tour titles.
Pete's done this a few times in his career. When he needs it most, throws one of his best shots of the event.
Sean Rash in the 10th.
Push.
Boom. Must get 2 more strikes to ensure the endless 10th frame for Carmen's Cartel.
Keep the heat on him.
Sorry.
He bowled collegiately at Wichita State University, where he was a 2-time All-American back in 02 and 03. And is a member of Team USA as well this year.
Come on, baby.
2 in a row for him.
What a big ball, baby. Big ball, big ball, baby. Big ball. Big ball, baby. Now get this.
Well, when he needs it, he shreds the rack, but he's got to have the next one in order for his team to have a chance.
Put some heat on him, babe.
It would be the 6th strike in a row for this team and ensure the endless 10th frame for Carmen's Cartel. Carmen's Cartel has played catch-up for pretty much the second half of this match.
Come on, wheel.
Another one. Now the pressure falls squarely on the anchor for Voss's bosses, Robert Smith.
Good read, guys. Good read. Way to set
First
it down.
one's a gimme.
Way to help me out, boys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. But I'd like to have us win.
First strike puts him in the 240s, but the biggie is making sure that he strikes on the fill shot so his team cannot be shut out.
Come on, baby.
He likes it.
All right, Robert, come on now, right here, babe.
One more
right
just
here.
like it. Robert Smith strikes out. They'll shoot 257. They'll have the endless 10th frame, and they'll be in the driver's seat. If he doesn't strike on this next ball, Carmen's Cartel can get up and steal this match away from Voss's bosses.
What time?
Oh, 6 is 3.
A little more hook than he was anticipating there.
Well, he liked it off his hand,
Yeah.
too, and then the ball just broke loose
Make sure you get 3.
right before it got to the head pin, leaving the 3, 6, 9, 10. And now Voss's bosses are in big trouble. They don't have the opportunity of having the endless 10th frame. Carmen's Cartel, their leadoff bowler, will step up to throw one strike to steal this match.
Oh, boy. Get lucky.
So Smith cleans up the mess, but leaves a large opening for Carmen's Cartel. It'll be Mika Koivu-Niemi, who we've had some fun with throughout this event. Was wearing some capris earlier on in the tournament. We were not big fans of the look.
Well, they're either really long shorts or really short pants. I'm not sure which one. But right now, Mika needs this first strike, and his team will win. And there's two things that Mika loves to do. One is beat up on left-handers, and two is to throw a strike in the 10th when he needs it to win.
All right, Mika, come on, baby.
A look at the rules for the endless 10th frame. You can look at it all you want. Here's what you need to know. If he bowls a strike here, Carmen's Cartel will win match number 11.
Lanes just burned up a little bit in 30 seconds there.
Come on.
That's it.
Push. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Give me a hug on that one, baby.
Unbelievable. All right, guys. Nice ball.
So that is all she wrote for Voss's bosses. Big strike from Mika.
One strike on the lead. Congratulations go on to Carmen's team, Carmen's Cartel.
So Carmen's Cartel will move on to the championship round where they will do battle with Roth's Raiders. Voss's bosses done.
All right, so
251, 243, your final score. We'll be back to hear from the winners when we return to Six Flags Great America. Shows you how it all went down.
Robert Smith needs this hit to keep his team alive and get them extended play. Mika steps up, endless 10th frame. He goes, take that, punk.
Deandra, lane side with the hero for Carmen's Cartel, Mika Koivu-Niemi.
Mika, you have eliminated Voss's bosses in the endless 10th frame with your entire team on your shoulders. Tell us about that shot.
I was a little bit nervous because my 6th frame shot, I went really high and I had to make a move and it looked really good down the lane, but in the end it took a little bit more I thought it, but get kind of lucky to strike.
Great shot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Randy, if you close your eyes during that interview, You'd think Arnold Schwarzenegger was being interviewed.
Just a little bit, you punk.
So Roth's Raiders are now joined by Carmen's Cartel in the championship round. Voss's Bosses. Time to go hit the rides, guys. More coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout coming your way Saturday on ESPN at 1 p.m. Eastern. Mika Koivuniemi in the endless 10th frame to win it all. You betcha. 251 to 243. Carmen's Cartel eliminates